Hello, welcome to episode 74 of the Keep Tappin X podcast. It is July 13th, Friday.
I was going to ask if you knew the date before we started, but you did.
I did.
I'm proud of you.
2018. And we're in it to win it. And we have a guest say something. Hey!
Of course.
We have MissLunaWhite. For people who watch this on our stream at twitch.tv/Keep Tappin X.
Go subscribe.
Yeah, you can find her playing with us sometimes, and us playing with her.
Sometimes.
Follow her channel.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What do you play? What do you like to play?
I like horror games.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, you finished Inky recently, didn't you?
Yeah, Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah, that one, Bendy.
Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's like cool.
It actually is a really cool horror game.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like Epic Mickey.
It kind of has that style.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, that combined with like kind of Cuphead for only its first person.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I never played Epic Mickey 2.
I never played any of the Epic Mickeys.
Man, I was so hyped for Epic Mickey. I read Game Informer articles when I was younger. I wanted to play that game, and I did. It was all right.
I think the first game came out before I had a Wii. And I was like, this is one of those games I'm going to buy the Wii for, and I never bought it.
I don't like motion controls.
Me either.
I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now.
Nope.
No.
I think it's just gimmicky and gross, and while the Switch has like really nice, feels nice, I don't want to play that way. I just want to play with a controller.
Yeah, the Switch motion controls are probably the best they've ever made, but I still would never use them.
The only time I used them was for Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
And still, that was a little... It was a little tough.
Whenever
sometimes.
you use them, it's like, I wish I didn't have to use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even... Yeah, I remember I had to like shake it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I got used to it, but I
You-
was like,
you
I don't
do.
want to get used to it.
Yeah. It's like not comfortable at first, definitely.
No. I think the only game I ever really had fun with motion controls was WarioWare for the Wii.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's just
Is it
silly.
a quick little like flick did a
it's
game
like,
or something.
a flick or a point or something, yeah.
Best motion controls? Just Dance. The PlayStation.
I know, you love Just Dance.
I
I
know.
love Just Dance.
Are you
Put it
gonna-
on my tombstone.
Are you going to get the new one?
No.
Why not?
I might.
Just get it for the Switch.
Yeah, it depends how many parties we have.
That's
'Cause
true.
It'll be mandatory.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, thank you for joining us for another episode of the podcast here. We are going to talk about question
All right,
of the
what
week.
question do you have for
So
me?
I forgot it last week almost, but we did it. Question of the week goes out to everyone out there and everyone in here. What video game franchise do you believe has the best OST? The best
Oh my
soundtrack?
God.
That's rough.
That's right,
that's
baby.
really hard.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Just Dance.
Damn, that doesn't count.
Just Dance.
Best OST for me, franchise is Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
I love
It
it.
is pretty good.
it is.
Alice in
Yeah.
Wonderland.
Oh, yeah. That's so, like, iconic. Oh, my God.
Yep.
So good. It's so good.
That's tough.
There's so many.
I know.
One I was like listening to earlier today.
Uh-huh.
Not a good game in my opinion. Great soundtrack. Final Fantasy 13.
I agree.
Yeah.
Banging. Like the intro song.
I think as much as I love Final Fantasy X soundtrack, I think 15 has the best Final Fantasy soundtrack.
15.
Have you ever just listened to the music in that game?
I can't think of any.
It's banging. It's banging.
I can't
Plus-
remember the songs.
Plus,
from
I mean,
that.
they have all the songs from every Final Fantasy in it. So
I remember hearing like dun 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 dun.
Just-
the battle theme.
just go onto that title screen and sit.
Yeah, you're right. I should.
It's so good.
I did it the first time, but I still don't remember.
I don't know if that's my favorite though.
You know,
13
There's
has.
so many good ones.
oh, sorry. You know who had, or I guess what a game had like really, really good music was Ori and the Blind Forest.
I never
Yeah.
played that.
Oh, that was so
Did
good.
have good music.
I never
That's a-
played.
it's a
I
great
need to
game.
play
'Cause-
that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I base it off of what I like because I play the piano, and so whatever I can play, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So then
Mhm.
that's like how I base my
Yeah.
judgments.
Did you
Though.
play any of those songs or?
Yeah.
You tried.
Yeah.
Like Oreo the.
Oh, not Ori, but like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, I
Oh,
have. But
mhm.
Ori, like I have access to the piano at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And man, because like Chrono Trigger is like a great classic
Yeah.
that has amazing music.
Mm.
Bastion,
Oh,
Just-
Bastion's good.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
Transistor is
that's true.
probably my like second favorite.
Yeah.
I have that soundtrack. I love that soundtrack.
I can't decide, but I'm gonna say Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger. I can't remember too many songs from Chrono Trigger.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I know if I heard them, I'd immediately be like, "Oh, Chrono Trigger."
Yeah.
I think Final Fantasy 13 has some of the best combat music I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. That's a good point.
That violin,
Yep.
like, when you can make a violin sound like pump you up and make you want to fight, like,
Yeah.
that's impressive. That's some good stuff. Forgotten Anne, game I just played recently, with that Studio Ghibli style, like great orchestral soundtrack.
Yep.
Mwah,
Yep.
mwah, so good.
What about like not complete soundtrack, but top video game song, like one singular song?
Oh man.
Do you have any? Because I think mine has to be Tizanakin from 10, Final Fantasy 10.
Oh man, that's a really subjective to like how I'm feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
You know what I mean?
That's fine.
I like Dearly Beloved.
Mm-hmm.
Always like gets me going from
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
And, all the Kingdom Hearts games.
Also, honorable mention, Cuphead soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't forget
That's
that.
so
No.
good.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
The Legend of Dragoon soundtrack always has a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I have that all on my iTunes.
Nice.
It's banging.
It sucks because when you play the games, they sound so good, but I like have the worst memory, so I don't.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I like look at like games, like
Yeah.
Persona.
Oh,
Duh.
yeah.
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 Persona 3, I think, has the best soundtrack.
5.
Oh, yeah. I haven't played 5. So,
It's so good.
yeah.
yeah, Persona has a really good soundtrack.
I like
does.
3 a little more than 4 for the soundtrack.
I agree.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Not too much. I think it's because the intro track definitely tilts it over there
Yeah.
for me, as opposed to
Yeah, and personally, I like the jazz feel more than the like pop feel
yeah, I agree.
because they all have like a different genre.
Yeah.
But 5, I like 5 the most out of the Persona games.
5 was really good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just looking through my.
Oh, it's all right.
Hot.
It's all right.
Undertale.
Yeah.
Undertale's
Yeah.
great.
So many
music.
good soundtracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Good games have good soundtracks.
So
Yeah.
leave a comment, whether
Yeah.
on SoundCloud or YouTube or whatever, or whatever you're listening on.
Favorite game OST.
Yeah, favorite game OST.
Mhm.
Which is a song you really liked. Also, Zelda has a good soundtrack. I
Of
don't like the
course,
games,
yeah.
but I like
Yeah.
the soundtrack.
I can't believe you don't like any Zelda.
Aw.
Is it just like the style of it? you
Yeah,
don't like?
it's a style. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like it. It's too lonely.
I kind of feel you. Yeah, that's true. Anyway,
But let's go right into games we've been playing this week. People. Oh, man.
me?
Yeah, David, you start us off.
I'm playing a lot of Overwatch.
Okay, you've been playing competitive,
I
though.
have. I've been playing competitive.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a story.
Uh-huh.
A quick journey
Uh-huh.
into silver in Overwatch.
Yeah.
So I did my placements, my 10 placements. I won 8 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Got placed low silver. I was like, okay,
That's fair.
sure, why not? Because I played tank the whole time, and
Yeah.
apparently that makes you lower. But I was like, all right, I'll just rise the ranks. I'll solo queue and I'll go
Right.
up.
That always works out.
Yeah. So I think I placed originally at like 1680
Mhm.
was my rank. I got up to 1700, around 1710, 1720,
Mhm.
and then disaster struck.
Oh,
And almost every game I played, someone on my team left.
Oh,
wow.
And for those who don't know, if you play competitive and 1 out of the 6 people on your team leaves, you don't get another person.
That's so stupid.
Doesn't
Yeah.
replace the person.
I wonder why they do that
That's
for.
flaw. Usually, if
Well,
somebody
I guess
leaves
to
within
not
the first,
screw
yeah.
other
Yeah.
people over
Yeah.
too.
Well, if somebody doesn't leave, if somebody leaves within the first, like, I think minute or
Yeah.
something of the
They
game,
get penalized.
then and they also restart the match.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, at
find
least-
a person.
Mhm.
But like after that, like, you're screwed.
Yeah.
That's so shitty too.
Yep. So most of my games were 5v6 and we were at the disadvantage, so I lost. And I dropped down to like 1540
Oh.
or something like that because I kept playing because I kept
Yeah.
wanting to win. So eventually I was like, all right, I'm going to try this new LFG system that Overwatch has.
Yeah. How was
So
it?
I'm going to find someone's group, and I found someone that's like, climbing through silver, getting to gold. I was like, all right, I'll queue as tank in that group. And we went in, a full 6 team, and we stomped everyone.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah,
I
here we
know.
go. And I got back up to like 1740-ish.
Nice.
So,
Holy crap.
yeah.
Oh, that's where you are now.
That's where I am now.
So looking for group works.
Well, yeah, it works. I was
That's
having a lot
really-
of fun.
Yeah, that's really what you have to do. That's why I don't play competitive.
Yeah.
Because like you go in and like you could do like amazing and quick play, like just over and over, and then all of a sudden I don't know what happens when you get into competitive,
Mhm.
but you get in and there's just like these people
Oh, I know.
who just like hate their lives enough to
I-
destroy these games.
Yep.
I wish they did what Heroes of the Storm would do, and you just turn off chat. Like,
Oh, I know.
all
Oh,
of
yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
I would do that in every game I ever play.
But that's why I like LFG, because everyone goes in the same group with a common goal.
Yeah.
And then if someone starts getting salty or whatever, they just leave the group and you find someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
fair.
It just works.
It's nice when you actually have like a group of people to
Yeah.
actually go in and play.
And people are on the mic, like talking,
Yeah.
being like nice to each other. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Make some friends that way.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I added like 3 people to my friends list.
Yeah.
Well, it's a safe environment, right? As
Yeah.
opposed to just like, well, man, I hope this next person doesn't tell me to kill myself.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
yeah.
that's good.
I just have to say this real quick. One of the dudes that was in our group, he joined and he was like, I don't speak English well, sorry. And we're like, okay, that's fine. And he was just like typing occasionally, but he was doing good.
Yeah.
About like 3 or 4 games in, he gets on the mic, he's like, all right, Reinhardt, go that way. Mercy, go this way. Like, Tracer, go over there. And we're like, what? I thought you said you didn't speak English. And he was like, yeah, I just say that so people don't bother me, but I'm actually a really good shot caller. And I was like diamond last season, so like, that's his win.
Dude, my hero.
I know.
That's a good
So
excuse.
people don't bother
Yeah.
me.
I'll speak English well later.
Yeah.
It was great. It was hilarious.
One time, I was playing Overwatch, and we were playing competitive, and this is like 2 seasons ago or something,
Mhm.
and I was playing Mercy, and it was at the last end of the game, and we were defending, and we were losing and stuff, and I end up spawning, and Teddy, the cat, who lives with me here, jumped on my lap and was like doing cute things,
Yep.
and was like hitting my space bar with his paw, and so I was like, oh man, and I started to Snapchat him, and I wasn't moving in the game, and people were just like typing in chat, Mercy, what the fuck? Why didn't you fucking move, Mercy, what the fuck? And I messaged, and I was just like, listen, my cat was doing something really cute, so I had to Snapchat him, and everyone was just like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Everyone was immediately cool with it. They were just like, yeah, well, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
I was like, the internet knows.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Overwatch community is gold, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's like the worst.
I feel like you get a lot of annoying people, but I feel like it's not nearly as bad as like a lot of other
That's true.
like even Hearthstone is kind of not even Hearthstone. Like you don't even talk to people on that, but you still get shitty people. Like
I get people sending me friend requests in Hearthstone just to say you're trash, kid. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Pathetic. Yeah, it's definitely. I've had a way better experience with Overwatch people than I
Yeah.
had with Heroes or League of Legends,
yeah.
MOBAs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
anything else?
Not really.
Mm.
I actually don't even know if I did.
Mm.
Oh, besides Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days cutscene only.
What'd you think of it?
I mean, it was fine.
Yeah. Did you ever play the game?
Yeah.
That game's great.
Yeah, it was a good game. I don't know if I'm opposed to them making it cutscene only. Because like you get the gist,
Yeah, it's fine.
and it just kind of takes out some padding.
The best part of that game was the multiplayer that I never. got to
I never
play.
did the multiplayer.
You could play as any organization member,
What?
including
Really?
the ones not in the game, like the Castle Oblivion crew,
What?
Riku, Donald, and Goofy.
What?
You could play as them.
That's awesome.
Why
They're
haven't-
like full characters.
Why haven't we done that yet?
Yeah, what?
Because it's tough. We all need DSs and we all need copies of the game. I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yo.
though.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
damn.
You can play as them. You can play like the multiplayer mode, single player,
Uh-huh.
for whatever reason. Just because I did that just to try out the characters.
Yep.
And it's awesome because you can collect weapons for every character, and it's aesthetically different. So
Oh,
I did
wow.
have Marluxia with like his like most powerful like Ultima like
Mhm.
scythe, and it looks awesome as fuck.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I would play as only Goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or just be Donald, and so you
I'm
could like
pretty
fuck
sure
over
you can
everyone
play
else.
as everyone, including like Demets and all them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Yeah,
Wow.
we're gonna have to get on that somehow.
Yeah, good luck. Trying to record DS stuff is like
Oh yeah,
you
it's
have
like
to
impossible.
mod your DS.
Oh,
you have
yeah.
to mail in your DS to get it modded.
Oh my
and
God.
back, and it's just
Yep.
That's garbage.
Yep.
But yeah, I recommend that game's great though. Like I remember most notably the leveling system in that game being interesting because you had to
Oh,
buy
yeah,
like
what-
little. You had like a grid system almost, and you had to like buy little
Oh,
like,
you're right. Yeah,
blocks that you had to like fill in.
I played that game when it came out and haven't touched it since.
Yeah,
So that
me,
was
yeah,
been
me
a
too.
while.
It's been a long time. I have the manga right in front of you right now.
Yeah,
'cause you
it
should
was
read it.
good. Hmm.
So, anything else?
No, that's all I played.
Oh, Cole, what have you played?
I played and finished Celeste.
Oh yeah, that's the platformer.
Yeah.
What'd you play it on?
Switch.
Is it only for the Switch or is it for PC? as
No,
well?
it's
I believe it's PC.
PC. Yeah.
Okay.
But
How was it?
It was really good. I don't know. I mean, there were certain things that like kind of got almost repetitive about it, but otherwise, like, the story was really good. It was pretty much like this girl, and she's like battling her inner self basically, and you have to like climb the top of the mountain, and it was like pretty much like finding yourself kind of.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
So it had like that like narrative, like focus to
I heard
it,
that was like
theme.
one of the best parts of it.
Oh yeah, it was really good, and especially with the way they went about it and stuff, because it wasn't, because I feel like a lot of games that try to do that, like a lot of them I feel like are kind of like horror games, or like kind of like crappy like indie games, or walking simulators. I'm like, I love indie games. Like, that's like one of my favorite genres are indie games, and I'm always down to try them, but like there's just so many bad ones.
I get that. Walking simulators that are trying to tell a story.
Yeah, but they just don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game looks nice. Celeste.
It plays. Oh, it plays really well too. Like, it's so precise, but like extremely precise.
It's just strictly a platformer, right? It isn't like combat.
No,
Yeah.
the only like combat is like you have to like either run away from like a monster or whatever, or you have to like attack like this, I guess, yourself. It's like your part of you, but it's like the dark monster part of you or whatever. And you have to like get to her, which all of it is platforming, but some of it's like it's such a tough game.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Meat Boy-esque, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How long did it take for you to beat it?
Too long. It took me like 10 hours.
Okay.
I just stopped because it has a lot of collectibles, but they don't do anything, which kind of sucks. Like, I think that's one of my gripes is like there's a ton of collectibles that you can get in there, and they don't really do anything except I think there's like one of these like diamond hearts, and at the end of the game there's like another extra chapter, and if you collected the hearts then you could play that chapter. But I didn't, because I was like, fuck that,
like
I can't even
like, you beat the game though, right?
Yeah.
Like the base game.
Yeah.
Did you feel like it ended, or are you just like, well, I need that extra chapter because obviously the story didn't deliver?
The story was pretty like closed. I didn't really necessarily like the ending that much. It was very like, okay, well now like I've accepted everything, and that's that. And it was kind of like very anticlimactic, and which is like fine, I guess, because the story was fine, but it just was like, okay, now we're just gonna leave the mountain, bye. And so the next chapter would probably be like a little bit extra to like add on to it, but I don't know if it's like I'll probably go back and play it still, but I don't know if it's worth like doing all the extra stuff, because it's just so tough too.
Those hearts are like really extremely hard to get. Oh
yeah, you have to like do certain things, and there were certain things too that I didn't know, like which if you like that kind of game and you like collecting stuff and you like all that extras in games like that, then, if you like doing that, then this game is like really good for it, because there's like strawberries that you can collect, there's like gems, and the strawberries like don't do anything for you. It like gives you points. It's like, here, you have like 1,000 points now, and like but there's like nothing matters,
right?
Yeah. It doesn't like unlock costumes.
No, it's like the points don't matter. It's like but yeah, overall it was pretty good. It was extremely tough. I'm bad at games though, so I'm sure other people could do it a little bit easier, but it was.
You're bad at games and you still beat it. That means there's hope for everyone.
Yeah. It took me 10 hours, and I stopped collecting strawberries after a short time.
Well, that's what you fucked up.
I was like, oh, there's a strawberry, but I have to go through this giant prickle bush and like 3 obstacles. Nope. Bye.
What else have you played?
I finished Bendy.
Oh, okay.
And the Ink Machine.
How was it?
It was good. It was because it has like, it comes out in chapters, and that's like a horror game, and that's like an indie. I think it started out as an indie.
It doesn't have like an old like 30s style cartoon look.
Yeah, it's like almost like the beginning of Disney era type, and it's all drawn like black and white. There's like no color really in it. It's all like Disney, like, old Mickey Mouse style.
Like Oswald the rabbit, that was his name? Yeah, Oswald. I kept thinking Oscar. Oswald. Yeah. Okay.
And it's basically like you get taken back to this where you started, because you worked with the guy. Basically, you're like Walt Disney and like
Oh,
you come
really?
back sort
Oh,
of you're like a
interesting.
co-owner
Mm-hmm.
and like you come back to from when you left and it's like a mess and there's ink everywhere and like you're trying to find your friends and like this whole thing and it's like a horror in chapters.
Mhm.
And it just came out with the 4th chapter, which I was actually pretty happy about because the 3rd one was a little like the 1st and 2nd one were great. Like they really set up the story a lot. It wasn't just like it wasn't just a walking simulator or it
Yeah.
wasn't just like, ooh, I'm trying to be scary. It like had atmosphere. It had the soundtrack was actually pretty good too with that. No, I guess it's not really soundtrack, but the music that goes with it, they have little like tape recorders and
Mhm.
stuff. And the way they go about it is unique and different. And that was really good about it too. And it was like actual like tense moments. It wasn't just based off of like jump scares all the
Yeah,
time.
That's
And
fair.
they just came out with the 4th one and the story in it is great. I love the story and you can build a lot from it too by finding extra things and
Mhm.
like it feels like you're actually doing something and you're working towards something. So that was cool.
How many chapters are they putting in? Do you know? Is it?
Uh
Do they announce like 5 chapters?
Yeah. It's either 5 or 6.
Okay.
So there's not many. The next one might be the last one, but I'm not sure because they just came out with the 4th chapter.
Have you noticed major like gameplay differences between the chapters?
Yeah, definitely. Like chapter 3 was most notably because chapter 1 was like was extremely short. So it was kind of like this is what the game's about. This is like how it's going to start and it was basically like an introduction. It was almost
Yeah.
like a demo. It was so short. The second part was actual like introduced game mechanics. It was like, all right, now you can pick up weapons and you can use them and you can like explore further and you can like, use these things and fight these monsters and
Yeah.
like it got more into like the gameplay. The 3rd chapter though was like really it didn't go any further with it. Like it was kind of the thing that sucked about it was because like you're basically it was one of those things where like I want you to find, like, this woman was like, I want you to find me this thing, and then you had to go get it, and then she's like, okay, now do this, and then you just did it. It was like, there wasn't really any other mechanics that were added to it. It was literally just go
Like
hunt.
fetch quests. And
Yeah,
stuff?
it was,
Yeah.
that's all it was for the entire chapter was fetch quests. It was just like, I need this, now I need this, and the whole time you're like, I don't really, it didn't add too much to the
Yeah.
story, which kind of sucked, so I was a little iffy about the 4th chapter, but the 4th chapter definitely,
You mean the 3rd? If you about the 3rd.
The 3rd was fetch quest.
well, I was iffy about the 4th one coming out
Oh.
because of the 3rd.
I see.
Yeah, and but the
Go on, forget it. My roommates are dying or something.
the 4th chapter was really good at like capitalized on the mechanics way better, and was like there was more fights there were, like in it that were actually challenging. That was more than just like you smack somebody. It had like put in other mechanics that you could like almost build things, like build items
Oh.
that you needed with ink. So you would go collect the ink, put it in, make an item, and then like so it like worked more on the mechanics. It wasn't just like, oh, use this to do this, and it was like a lot better done. You know what I mean? It made it more entertaining.
It sounds like they're getting like with every installment, they're just finding their niche. I
yeah,
suppose.
Yeah.
definitely. You could definitely tell that that's what they're doing because this is like an original. I think it is an indie game. Like it started
Yeah.
as,
It
like,
sounds-
just a
it's definitely
small-
not a AAA game. What's
Yeah,
it called again?
Bendy and the Ink Machine.
I don't think it's on Steam.
It is on Steam.
It
That's
is?
what I played on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong.
Was it originally on Steam, or like with the first chapter?
It's right here. Oh, it's
yeah.
free?
The first chapter
Okay.
is free. Yeah, that's why it's like that's probably why it's so short. And then every installment is like $6. I want to say.
Yeah. It's actually the bundle is on sale right now.
Oh, really?
50% off.
I would
Go
recommend
check
it.
it out to get $15. Yeah, it's up to
Nice.
chapter 4. So you can get all 4 chapters for about $15.
Yeah, I would highly recommend it.
Mm.
It's a fun game to play. It's
say $17.
spooky.
Who's the developer?
The Meatly, one word, games.
Okay,
That's a weird name.
that is a
Yeah.
weird name.
You know, they've done such popular things as Nothing Else
Yeah,
on Steam.
but it's a really good game. It's super super cool.
I'm totally down for the aesthetic.
Oh yeah, and it's like it's spooky. You know, it does a few things. The atmosphere is a little.
It reminds me of,
eerie.
it's just like Bioshock, Amnesia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like what I'm getting. And, the old cartoony vibe.
Yeah, it's super
I'm down.
cool.
Huh.
It's a great game, and the story in it is great. Like,
I remember watching you stream it before. Did you stream the rest or?
yeah. Did I stream the rest? I'm like 90% sure I streamed the rest, so it's on there
I
somewhere.
should play this for
On Twitch.
October.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Sorry, I'm doing research on the
Oh,
Meatly.
Shit. Piece of
I think
work.
it's one dude.
No way.
His online persona is the Meatly.
Oh.
And like on the about section, it's just like he's a comic artist, a developer, and a puppeteer, and he lives in Ontario.
A puppeteer.
Yeah,
Good for him.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad that's on his resume.
Yeah. I'd hire him.
Yeah.
Anything else you played?
Not really. Besides, like what he said.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I have an honorable game mention. I've been playing a lot at work because I've been really bored sometimes.
All right.
Okay.
Minesweeper. I've been playing a lot
You
of
guys should all play
Minesweeper.
this indie game that we found.
Yeah.
Called Minesweeper.
Minesweeper.
I beat expert mode in 350 seconds.
Wow.
You should just join like the league.
Yeah.
I can beat
Major League Minesweeper.
I can beat beginner in 19 seconds.
Oh.
What's the record?
I don't know. Probably
Give-
like 1
Give
second.
me the. I need the
I'm
speed
so
run,
bad.
the SGDQ
Yeah.
record for Minesweeper on expert.
On expert.
100%.
World
100%.
record.
Legacy run. No hit. No.
On expert, the record is 31 seconds.
Damn.
Damn. Holy crap.
Yeah, I know.
I still feel like
We
that's
can get
long
it.
for
Yeah,
Minesweeper.
yeah.
So.
Considering you just have to click buttons.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I thought it was all random.
It
Well,
is.
yeah, but you can tell how to
Yeah,
play it.
Whatever.
I suck at it. I can't play
The numbers
Minesweeper.
represent how many mines surround that square.
No,
represents
fuck
the
that.
number. Dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What'd you play, Colby?
Thank you. I beat 2 games actually.
2 games.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just remembered when we started recording, I beat 2 games.
What'd you
Mhm.
beat?
First off, I played Tales of Berseria. I think you played it too. I think
did,
I saw you
yeah.
play it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even.
yeah,
I didn't
Tales
mention
of
I forgot.
Berseria.
Good job.
I
Still
forgot.
very much enjoying that game.
Yeah.
I am liking that game.
It got a lot better.
I didn't think it was bad.
No, I didn't think it was bad either, but it got a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you get to like the dungeon where it's just you and just the dude with the sword, the
I
samurai?
have
dude?
him, but I'm not in the dungeon yet.
Okay.
I just got to the town with
Okay,
him.
yeah. Mhm.
But I'm probably right outside the dungeon right
Yeah.
there. So I'm gonna
I
do
like
that.
his character a lot.
Me too. I'm digging him.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for that game. I don't want to say any more because I'll wait. And then I beat Forgotten Anne,
Mhm.
which I talked about last week.
Yep.
It's a Studio Ghibli styled side scroller. I feel like you would like it, Nicole, too. If you
Is
played
it?
Like
What
you
is it?
Played it. It's so it's a side scroller like puzzle game. Like Studio Ghibli movies,
Yeah.
like Spirited Away, all
Yeah.
that. It looks more like TT's Delivery Service stuff like that, but it's the same like art style. As
Yeah.
that. Not made by the studio or anything, but it's like inspired.
Yeah.
And the whole premise is that you're in a world where say you forget something in your life, like an object, like a sock, like under your bed, and you forgot about it. Everything that's forgotten gets transported to this world and gains sentience.
Oh,
So
no.
that sock becomes like real, or rather gets a personality,
Yeah.
and it's called a forgotling. Like, all the objects in this world are composed of forgotlings.
Oh, really?
So the entire world is populated by these like a boot and mops and like all these miscellaneous items people just forgot about
Yeah.
and they have a personality. And you play as a girl named Anne, who is only one of 2 humans, her and her master, that exist in this world. And her master is trying to get them back to Earth, along with all of... Okay. Along with all of the other Forgotlings and stuff. But, there's an evil plot afoot and, stuff. And it's an awesome game where, beautiful music, and you just go and it's fully voice acted. That was nice. Fully voice acted. And everybody, it just like has a very strong personality in it.
Hi.
So that's a good game. I recommend that. And the ending is not that good, though.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. It's not horrible, but it could have just been a lot better.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's how I feel about Celeste ending.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the build-up is so good that
Yeah.
we're really expecting a lot towards the end, and yeah.
I feel like endings are like the hardest part to make in a
That's
game though,
true,
because
yeah.
you tell the story and like the story is it's like good and stuff, but then you get to the end, you're like, all right, well, it's over.
Yeah.
It's just It's
Yeah.
hard to make a good ending.
Yeah.
I agree. I'll have to like think over like what games had really good endings and like think about that for a little bit.
Oh,
Maybe I'll
like,
make that a question.
I feel like.
like 999.
Oh well, yeah. I feel like Final Fantasy is a good. They have endings down.
Final
pretty well.
Fantasies?
Like this, a series in general has Final Fantasy as endings down.
Yeah, I was really happy when 13 ended. That ended me real happy.
You should watch the ending for 13-3.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
watch the cutscene and be like, "What?"
I think I will actually do that.
It's something.
So I also beat I Am Setsuna.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought about getting that on the Switch, but I didn't know how it was.
If I had the physical version, I'd let you borrow it, but I got it digitally because it was
Yeah.
on sale. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
I know you have
How was
feelings
it?
about it.
the
Yeah.
game's like a 3 out of 10.
Oh, really?
No,
That
3 out
low?
of 5.
That-
3 out of 5.
Alright.
It's like a 5.
That's better than average.
Yeah, it's like a 5 or 6, roughly 5.5. That game is solely based on like its combat. It's like an 8 out of 10. It's like
Yeah.
awesome. I love the combat because it's Chrono Trigger
Mhm.
with like its own added touch
Yeah.
that makes it really nice and dynamic. But the problem lies where like the story is really weak.
Yeah.
It starts off promising because you have like this Final Fantasy X-esque story going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
remember
this-
you described the story to me. I was like, Final Fantasy X?
Yeah, it's a legit Final Fantasy X. But the ending, like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like, it's the embodiment of your choice does not matter in that game. Just like all the cutscenes in that game. But I read somewhere that like it's like the development choice. Just Forgotten Anne is the same way, where like a lot of the choices you make, don't have too much of an overall impact.
Yeah.
And the developer of the game made like an interesting like post about that. It was just like, well, we like to give the player a sense of like engagement inside of a cutscene.
Yeah, that's true.
And like a little bit of their own personality infused. Like I get that. Still, I'd rather just have that character's personality shine out. It doesn't help that in I Am Setsuna you're a completely stoic character. Like,
Yeah,
you don't
like
talk
it's
a lot.
like you're supposed to put yourself. Like,
yeah, exactly. Stupid. I hate Blank Slate character.
Yeah,
I
don't
will
like
make
that
a
either.
video on how much I hate Blank Slate character.
I don't like it either, man.
But the entire game is either you're in Snowland, you are in Frost Cavern, or ruins made of stone.
Yeah.
That's the entire game.
Oh, really?
The last boss fight is a chump.
Uh,
He's supposed to be like this Lavos, Chrono Trigger-esque, like time
yeah.
paradox ruiner thing, and I whomped him. I beat him in like 4 turns.
Oh my god.
It was sad.
Were you like over leveled or?
No, I was level like 40.
Yeah, it's
It's like 40 something
doesn't
or
seem
whatever.
over-leveled,
And
yeah.
I just upgraded all my equipment, which is like the easiest thing to do.
yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I'll be an even match now. Because there's a boss rush before it, where you face pretty much all the bosses beforehand, but you can heal between the bosses. And you just fight them all. And they're easy.
Yeah.
And then you fight him, and then you just wreck him. He's easier than like those bosses.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's such a bummer. Characters are like kind of dumb.
Do you remember how hard Lavos was?
Oh yeah,
Do you remember fighting Lavos? Man,
dude, the best part of
Oh
the
my
game is
God.
like, hey, you can fight Lavos right now if you want to.
you know what? I did.
what?
Yeah.
I tried when. Yeah.
In Chrono Trigger,
Yeah.
the main villain is Lavos, which is like this entity that existed before, like in prehistoric time. He's like an alien kind
Yeah.
of thing, but
Yeah.
he can he's been like resting for like millions and millions of years.
Uh-huh.
And the whole game's about time travel. But at any point in the game, after you get the ability to time travel
Yeah.
towards the beginning, you can go. There's like a little corner of the map, and you'd be like, you can go fight Lavos right now. You can go to the end of the game
Yeah,
and
you
fight
just
Lavos.
because you can time
Really?
travel. So
Yeah, you can get a
just go travel
specific
to the end of the
ending
game.
if you do that and win.
Yeah.
But obviously, most of the time, you go to Lavos and you will get wrecked because
Yeah.
he is this entity
Yeah.
that's been, existing for millions of
The
years.
first time I played the game, I was like, "What's this over here?"
Yeah.
I was
I'm like,
level,
"Is that the-"
I was level like 15 or something.
But what's so great about that is, as a kid, you're like, he wrecks you, and you're like, oh man, and then you play the game and you go back.
Yes.
And you're just like, hey, remember me? So, Lavos is way better.
Yeah.
This one is called Dark Samurai. I don't Samsara or something. Samtaro. I don't know what his name is.
Taro.
But the game's like combat's really good. The music is fine. It's all piano.
Yeah.
Like everything is like pretty much piano, and it's nice. But man, lack of variety of aesthetics.
Yeah.
And just weak characters and weak ass story.
Yeah.
Ruined
That's a
that game.
shame.
Yeah, it's a
Damn.
shame.
Are you gonna try and play Lost Sphere?
Yeah, the premise seems a
I
little
saw
more
that one
interesting.
too.
Yeah.
I'll try it, but I'm not gonna pay full
There's so
price
many
for it.
games on the Switch that I just like look and they look so good.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm always tempted to buy them, but I'm like, Switch tax.
Switch tax. Switch tax is a lot.
It is. It's,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
obscene how
Yeah.
much you
And-
have to pay for those games.
Yeah. And
Do you think it's worth the fact that you get to play fully developed games portably? Think it's worth that extra price?
I don't think it's necessary,
No, not at all.
but yeah. I mean, if it's a big enough game, I'm willing to pay an
Yeah.
extra like $10.
Yeah.
If it's like a
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild kind of game, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's huge, and I'm gonna be playing it for a while.
That's true. I'm a sucker for portable games too.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, I want RPGs
Yeah.
portable because that's the only reason. That's
I
the
wa- I
only way
wanna
I can
play
beat
that.
them.
I want to play
Yeah,
that
I'm
now.
holding Octopath
interesting.
Traveler, which came out today.
Yeah.
And I got it in the mail, and
I'm
I'm
interested to see.
already gonna tell you it's my game of the year until I play the ending, and it's just like nah.
It's just like the end.
I hope the ending's not terrible.
Yeah, me too.
It's like this is all a dream.
With a name like Octopath Traveler, they need to deliver.
Yeah, because like there can't be a sequel. You can't have Octopath Traveler 2. Come on.
Seems tuplet. Path.
Octopaths travelers.
Yeah.
Octopaths traveled.
Traveled.
So let's
Traveling.
go
Mhm.
into Shnews, boys.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the game that we played together last week.
What the fuck did we play together? No, we ain't talking about that shitty game. We'll talk about that another time. Fuck
Okay.
that game. So, news. I only got a few news pieces today. Nothing big.
Okay.
Also, actually, one thing that wasn't on the news.
Yeah.
They released. So EA released. BioWare released the gameplay demo that they showed off at E3. But a lot of it was behind closed doors.
Yep.
So they showed off the entire demo.
Okay.
And I watched it. It's like 20 minutes of gameplay. So
Mhm.
straight gameplay with commentary over it. And it looks good.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is familiar because we saw it at E3.
Yep.
But like it shows more of the boss battle. Like I don't know if you remember at one point it showed like this giant spider creature come down
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
ceiling.
mhm.
It showed them fight that briefly. That game's looking pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only say it because I'm really excited for that game.
I know. Do you have the PT news?
Oh,
Whoa, PT news.
that's right. Andrew was telling me
'cause
about this.
I have it
Yeah, look it up while
I have it up right here.
Oh, good.
So apparently there was people were making a PC remake of PT, just like
Good shit.
because they
Yeah.
could, but it got shut down.
Aw.
Oh, it got shut down?
yeah,
already?
Konami canned it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cease and desist.
Yep. Because it was a 100% playable, 100% game accurate remake of PT. So it was like legitimately exactly what PT
Oh my
was. So
God.
it was
Wow.
breaching a lot of copyright.
Yeah.
So yeah, a Konami swooped in and they
I hope they just
Can it.
like oversaturize all the assets just by a little
Yeah.
bit and then call it BT,
BT.
and there you go.
TP.
but it looks like Konami is offering the dude who made it an internship at Konami.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Which-
that's nice.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
take it.
I mean,
Yeah.
if like, oh, never mind. No, that's not. All right. Oh no, no. If Nazis were to like can my project, whatever that might be, and like and then offer me a job with them, I don't know if I do it. Not saying Konami are Nazis. That is not the message being stated here today.
Nope, definitely not.
Just bad things happen to good people.
Also,
Yeah.
the one dude who made this
Oh my god.
is a 17-year-old high school student.
Holy
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah, I'd offer him more than an internship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's very
Wow.
impressive.
Damn, good for him.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Sucks though that he probably put a lot of. I mean, it's gonna pay off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean it is gonna pay off, but that's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna have him make pachinko machine graphics now.
Yeah.
I hope not. I really hope not.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could probably still find it. It's got to be around on the internet somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be,
not
right?
posted under him, but like it has to. Like, it's on the internet now.
Yeah.
It'll be there forever.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna look it up.
In other news,
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Go
Yep.
It's been pretty popular lately.
Mm.
Just teased their first Gen 4 Pokemon.
Yeah, I
They
saw.
released some artwork,
Mm-hmm.
which has the first Gen 4 starters, Hadwig, Chimchamp, and Pipcup hidden in the...
Which games was Gen 4? Which series
Black
was
and
that?
White?
I think it was because
Or Diamond and Pearl. No.
I think it was it Black and White?
Yeah. Because Ruby, it goes blue, red, silver, gold, ruby, sapphire. I think Diamond and Pearl are after that. Yes, it is Diamond and Pearl.
Okay, because I was like, those names, I don't really remember those Pokemon, but I did play Diamond and Pearl. Black and White.
There is no
play.
Pokemon named Hadwig.
Oh.
It's Turtwig.
Oh, okay, that would do it.
Chimchamp is Chimchar.
Oh, okay.
And Pipcup is Piplup.
Oh,
That's
that's why I didn't recognize them.
I heard you say Hadwig, and I was like, isn't that like Harry Potter's fucking
I thought you were calling me out on it. I just wrote that.
I've like never read or watched Harry Potter.
I was writing it down. I misspelled one, and I was like, "Fuck it." And I just renamed the other one.
Okay, I recognize
They're Pokemon.
those
You
real
could
ones.
like fucking change the name. It doesn't fucking matter.
I was debating Pipcup or
I like
Piprup.
I like Pipcup.
Yeah, I like Pipcup.
Oh man.
So yeah, look forward to that. That's probably going to be for their 2-year anniversary, which is coming up.
Has it already been?
I think
it's
it
been 2
already
years.
passed.
Wow,
Yeah.
dang.
Other news: Monster Hunter World for PC gets a release date.
I'm so excited
Yes.
for that.
Me and Nicole have been wanting to play this together forever.
I know.
But
I'll be playing with you.
Yes,
guys.
you
I'm
better be.
getting that game. Day
I'm
one.
going to non-stop play that
I
game, with
wanna
or
play
without you.
Oh, okay.
Good news. It's come out earlier than we expected.
Yeah, much
so at
earlier.
the minimum, we thought it was going to come out at September 23rd because that's when the fall semester starts. That's minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We were ever going to get that.
Yeah.
But they announced that August 9th,
Oof.
less than a month away from
Yeah,
today,
that's
Tasty.
real
we'll
soon.
be getting that.
Yeah.
However, it comes with a little caveat here, little problem. It will not be released with the updates that the console version has received.
Yeah.
So the additional monsters that the console versions have released, the exclusive costumes and whatnot, will not be with the base PC game.
Yeah.
They do promise, however, that updates made in the console version will be gradually applied, quote unquote, to the PC edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get them eventually. We're not going to get the exclusive costumes. Like,
Yeah.
we're not going to get the
There's no
Aloy
way.
Horizon stuff.
Yeah.
Probably not the Devil May Cry.
The Ryu. And,
Maybe we might get Devil May Cry.
Eh.
Maybe Ryu.
Yeah,
With
maybe.
the Capcom stuff, maybe.
Oh yeah, because it is just Capcom. That's true.
But I doubt it. Because I think that's like a whole new licensing stuff they have
Yeah.
to go with. And I don't know if we're getting the Final Fantasy 14 stuff because Behemoth is coming out in World soon.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know either, but that's like a PC game, 14. So
yeah,
maybe.
so maybe. It will also support 4K resolution with 60
Ooh.
frames per second.
Yes.
Wow.
I heard that the graphics requirements for this game on PC though are kind of astronomical.
Beefy.
Oh no.
Yeah. They're high up there.
That's not.
I
what
believe
wanted
it.
to hear.
Like that game's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a very good
There's a lot
game.
of particle effects in that game
Yeah.
and a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I'll probably be able to run it, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'll probably be able to run it on some sort of setting.
Yeah.
Probably around like medium or high. Maybe not ultra, but
I'm still like seeing what my computer could do, so we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, you never really played like a super demanding game on your
No, I
PC.
haven't yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Do you know your graphics card?
Nope.
I don't. It's an AMD, so I don't remember it's like
I
it's a
think
good
I
computer.
actually, yeah.
But I don't remember
I think I have it.
Fair.
I honestly
the
don't
series.
remember.
But yeah, I'm so hyped for this.
Me too. I'm so many people I know play it for like console.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like even like I have more people who are just like
Waiting,
PC.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just ooh.
I-
That game's already Capcom's biggest game.
Yeah, no.
Monster Hunter
It's insane. I hope that even though the PC version doesn't come with all the console updates, that it at least has balance patches. Like I hope it has like performance patches
Oh,
that it
yeah.
comes with.
So this is the first PC game that the studio for Monster Hunter has ever made
Yeah.
before.
And Capcom ports are a little shoddy sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's not going to be optimized when it comes out.
Probably not.
The reason why it's taken so long is because they want to take their time with it.
Which is good.
But it's their first time, so
Yeah.
like I wouldn't hold it to them if for a few weeks the game is a little
yeah.
chuddy on there.
If it is persistently not good, then I can.
Yeah, if I have
I'll
like
be
frequent
all right,
disconnects, like if I have
Yeah.
a problem playing with my friends, then
Oh,
we're
man.
gonna have a problem.
I have the 480.
AMD though, right? Yeah, which is you can't really compare that to like NVIDIA lines because they run differently.
Oh.
So I'm not sure where the 400 series like aligns on
Me
AMD.
either.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so excited about that
Just
August
putting that out
9th.
Yeah.
We're gonna all be playing it. We're probably gonna be streaming it.
Hell yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. Pillars of Eternity 2
Ooh.
DLC gets a release date.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the Beast of Winter, the first of 3 major DLC packs, which are coming. I think the second one's coming in September and then November.
Yep.
Is coming August 2nd, 2018.
Yep.
I still have to beat
Real
that.
soon. Pillars of Eternity.
It'll
It's
be
a long game.
I know.
it'll be released alongside a 2.0 update.
Yep.
And the Deck of Many Things DLC.
Yep. They're adding the deck of many things to it.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
They're just
the
calling
best.
it that?
Yeah, because Pillars of Eternity and like because Critical Role
Yeah.
pretty much they have
Oh,
like
okay.
tie-ins with D&D now. So like it's
That's
it's
gonna
so
be
spot on.
I'm
bomb.
down.
Even when you level characters in 2, it's like legitimately just make a D&D character.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just exactly the same.
It's beautiful.
That's gonna be good. Like that game's getting so much support.
Yeah,
That
man.
game's
Yeah.
already huge.
It's so
Yeah.
3 DLC things in like the course of they're basically like expansions in
Yeah.
the course of like 4 months.
good. Yeah.
And that's
And
a
a lot
long
of people
game too.
Yeah, it's so long. A lot of people don't like the second one as much as the first.
Oh really?
Yeah, cuz the villain is kind of very like stereotypical.
Oh
Mm.
But like the game's really good.
yeah.
Like I kind of agree with the villain is very much like
We-
he doesn't have a lot of depth,
Mm.
but
Maybe the DLC
Fine.
will have better villains.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Learn. Next on the news, The Witcher tabletop RPG game gets a release date.
Yes.
Really?
It'll debut at Gen Con this year
Yeah.
on August 2nd.
Man, I want to go to
And
Gen
my
Con.
screen will go black. And it'll be sold via R. Talsorian Games. I guess
Okay.
he's the writer, creator game.
Uh-huh.
On his website, and then Drive Through RPG, which is
Okay.
a popular RPG site.
Yeah, that's
Kind of
awesome.
like Green Ronin Gaming or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to play that. That
Yeah,
sounds
I-
like a good time.
I'm interested in
The
how
Witcher.
like yeah, Witcher's awesome. I'm interested in how the tabletop mechanics relate. Like are they
Yeah.
similar to D&D?
Yeah.
Is it its own system?
I think one of the developers for the games, his son made it.
Oh, really?
Really?
And then, like his mom helped write for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like the family like worked on it.
Yeah, that's
Oh, wow.
cool.
an article I read. Don't quote me on that though.
Yeah, that's cool. I also heard that they're going to make a new Cyberpunk tabletop game.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I'm really interested in.
Yeah, same.
Mm.
Because that's an old tabletop game from like the late 80s,
Mhm.
and they're updating it now
Yeah,
for like the first time.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, I think I told you guys about my tabletop idea, right?
Well, which one?
Oh man. So I have an idea for a tabletop game.
Okay.
I was driving home one day.
Mhm.
I was on my way to D&D, and I'm like, D&D is fine,
Yeah.
but I can think of a game much more unique.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Think sci-fi setting. The stars are the limit. You can
Okay.
go all across the galaxy. But the entire game, you and your friends play as a crew on a space food truck.
All right.
Now
Yep.
hold on, hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Colby, you're crazy. No. What could this game possibly lack? So you got boom, customization. You can customize your ship depending on what kind of cuisine you want to make. You got your fryers over here, upgrade the equipment on the fryers on the stove over there. You got to upgrade, the lighting effects and all the advertisements on the front that make it look really good. And then you have to upgrade, like your crew, right? I don't think there'd be a class-based system. That wouldn't be it. So
Okay.
instead, it's skill-based, kind of like Traveler in that sense. But you can train in different types of cuisines that you can chop into. Like, hey, maybe I want to do space Asian cuisine, like space Korean, maybe I specialize in fried food and stuff. So you customize the type of chef that you create. However, there's still more variety. There's still so much more. You have to do marketing.
Oh my
You have to
god.
market
Yeah,
yourself
yeah,
correctly.
yeah.
You have to make sure, and you start building, like, the ship, and you have to, like quests can range from, I have to go to this other planet to,
Uh-huh.
get exotic ingredients.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's where the combat comes in. You get meat.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, a lot of the challenges, like big bosses and, big beefy enemies are, the
Yep.
food critic. And, maybe there are events where you have to, this food truck rally on Omicron Persei, I hate, the planet there. So you have to compete against other food trucks, and then you have to deal with online and Yelpers, those are the worst.
the worst. Yeah.
And you have to work on your social skills. There's all a bunch of stats.
Yeah.
In here.
Oh my
So
gosh.
good. I think this game could be amazing.
I honestly think that would work.
Dude, that would be really fun. And you could
I think you should pitch that to someone.
dude, if somebody wants to pick up that idea, I will work with you.
Uh-huh.
Please, let's do this.
Because there's a lot of like wacky tabletop games out there. There's
Yeah.
like Honey Heist,
Yeah,
and like, just
yeah.
like silly things. I honestly think that
I think that would be really
I think it
fun.
would work.
You could like upgrade, like the top upgrade for your ship is like Space Mall Food Court that you run.
Yeah,
Like you could go anywhere with this, man. Great game. We'll call it like
Yeah, think of a name. Find someone who you could pitch that to and pitch to them.
yeah. Placeholder name is Project Lunar Bagel. For now.
All right.
All right. On to my last news
I like
story.
Mm-hmm.
Code Vein,
Yeah,
the Dark Souls Bloodborne-esque Bandai Namco game,
that one. Yeah,
gets delayed.
great.
So originally it was supposed to come out in September of this year, but was postponed to 2019 to, quote, further refine its gameplay in an effort to exceed the expectations fans have, already have of the title.
Is that like
End
the Animu one? Animu Dark
Yeah,
Souls?
yeah, it's the anime Dark Souls game. Further noted on Twitter, so a little less PR.
Yeah.
It was the delay was made after feedback received at E3 and Anime Expo.
Oh,
When
okay.
the demo was there.
All
So that
right.
makes more sense. I like
Yeah.
that way better than that
Oh, yeah.
crappy PR
Yeah,
statement.
same.
Yeah.
Because that's legit. Just people said things were bad, so we're fixing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, which
That's
is fine
cool.
because I saw gameplay of the game and I don't think it looks good.
Oh, really?
It looks like it's Dark Souls with like damage numbers and
Oh.
everything feels more RPG-ish, meaning like
Mm.
damage sponge or health sponge,
Oh, yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't seem very like visceral like Dark Souls
Oh,
is.
Yeah.
It's just
Um,
like
but those are early builds, but I
Mhm.
think they're learning from that. Like if I show you a demo after this, you'll like as someone who's played Dark Souls a lot,
Yeah.
you'll see like, oh yeah, this looks kind of weak.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're fixing it.
Because
Yeah.
all I expect, if I hear anime Dark Souls, I expect same kind of combat style, maybe a little faster paced,
Yeah.
and just like very flashy.
Yeah,
That's what I expect.
I want Ashura's
over
wrath.
the top.
Like,
Yeah, just over the top, exactly.
and that's it for news.
Cool.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
So, Nicole, if you could recommend one thing to anyone out there in the world, anything,
shit.
you could recommend your favorite type of scented candle. You could recommend your favorite type of comedy-based musical show.
Oh, shit.
Anything you could recommend to anyone out there, what would you recommend to the fine people?
Nah, fuck. Putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, loud and proud, say it.
I would recommend
Anything.
Anything at all.
Literally anything.
anything.
Yeah, dude, anything. You could recommend Lunar Bagel, the new hit tabletop RPG.
I'm gonna obviously recommend that everybody on this planet play 999 because that's my favorite thing. In the world.
999.
999.
That's the Nonary game. That's what.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can get that on Steam.
Yeah, for pretty cheap, I
Mhm.
believe.
And it's the best game in the whole world.
It is a very good game.
If you like graphic novels,
Hmm
It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking bomb.
we never posted anything from that, right? Did we?
I don't believe we
It's
did.
so good.
No. No, we didn't.
You
I have
think-
the thumbnail made.
It's like you think you know, but you don't.
Yeah, we started to play it.
Yeah, but we lost the footage like twice.
Yeah,
Oof.
so we didn't.
Rough nuts.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's a fun game for what I've played. You guys love it.
yeah, it's great.
Oh,
It's amazing.
Bomb.
So Nonary game, get on Steam right now. Go buy it. I think it's like $20, $30. 'Cause
Yeah,
you get
two
the
games for it.
two games
Yeah,
of
you
it.
get to.
Mhm.
Awesome. So thank you very much for joining us for the Keep Tappin X podcast. Make sure you check us out on all of our social medias at twitch.tv, youtube.com, Facebook, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, thank you, and not Spotify.
Yep.
Check us out on all those social medias at Keep Tappin X, no G. It's Keep Tappin X, no G. Thank
And
you for joining
MissLunaWhite.
us.
Bye.
Bye.